That still looks like crap. Ta-ta. Let's start again from the top. Right then, what's all this about? Ryu, Ken, Super 3, Side 2. The red. That's more meter than just blocking the whole thing, and less chip. There's really no reason not to just parry both hits, though. If you block the first hit on an accident, red parrying the second hit's the best thing you can do. Up close, red parrying a second hit of a fireball is a very important skill, but far away, it's basically, you know, parry two of them. That was weird. That was a weird EX Tatsu to go for. Ryu sometimes goes for EX Tatsus like that. And not very often in this game. That was an unsafe fireball, I think. There you go. This Ken seems like he's someone. He's losing. But it looks like what he's doing is a little fancier. I don't know about the EX Tatsu though. That one was a bit weird. Oh, that was nice. That might have been an empty cancel. He was like right around the edge of crutch medium kick range. That didn't even combo. Accidental parry, or perhaps OS parry. OS parry into throw. I've never had to worry about that. I always do back throws in that context. And it's like, it doesn't matter for Oro. Because Oro gets the opponent out of the corner whether he does back throw or forward throw. So I don't care about holding back while I throw. But if you want to be able to still defend yourself, but throw the opponent into the corner, a parry is not a bad option there. He backdashed? What? In what universe? That was such a bad decision. He'll probably die before he gets stunned. Nice whiff punish. That was a really bad sweep. Even if Ken blocked that, his super would have punished. It probably wouldn't have gotten the first hit, it probably would have gotten the second, but it's still a punish. Ken's super's pretty fast. Yeah. They got pretty close on all of them, but I feel like the Ken just played better. Like all throughout. So I'm surprised it was even close. Remy. Hi people. Also thanks for the sub. Punishing a whiff DP is the kind of shit that Remy hates. He sucks at that kind of crap. His only thing that gives him inherent charge is like crouch fierce, which doesn't even go that far. It's not that fast either. Having to walk in and do a crouch fierce, you know, it's hard. To actually get there in time to punish a light DP you weren't expecting. A whiff light DP you weren't expecting. One of the little ways that Remy sucks. Remy's very, he's like a little garbage in a million ways, but he's not exceptionally garbage anywhere. His damage is low but okay. His neutral is actually kind of good. His meter build is complete crap. But it's okay because his meter use is not amazing. EX booms are good, I guess. EX flash kick is invincible anyway, but that kind of... Most reversals just take too much risk, because supers are pretty good. You could do a lot worse for supers. He actually can land them. And the Super 1 in particular has... It's very safe. It's a good anti-air for that reason, or just good chip. Good pressure. You could do a lot worse for supers than Remy's. They're good enough. Not a whole lot of confirms, but say medium kick is really the only confirm you actually need. If you had like a confirm from an overhead, of course that would be swell. But you know, look, there's Remy's overhead. A lot of people complain about the animation of that guy, but really, you know, any slow startup attack, you should just be ready to block high, I feel. But a lot of people say it doesn't look like an overhead. Oh, the TC actually whiffed. What a shit punish. It's not like his punish would have been amazing though. I don't even think Crouch Fierce punishes Ken's Shippu. It might. It probably does, but it's tight. It's a very narrow punish. What else does he have? Low strong flash kick, I guess. That only does a little bit more than I throw. But it was probably better. He probably should have done it. Oh, that was Ken did a light DP at the same time that Elena did a slide, and Ken recovered first and punished Elena. That's so stupid. Ken's light DP has less recovery than Elena's slide. They both whiffed and Ken recovered first. That's disgusting. Ken's so stupid. That's not broken or anything. Light DP is like... It's not useless. It's his main combo DP. But it's not like it's amazing in neutral. It's not even that good in neutral. It'll usually get you killed in neutral. Look at that stun rack up, man. Elena actually has high dizzy output. I'm surprised that wasn't it. There you go. This Ken, he's playing a bit hard and loose, but he strikes me as a good player. And it's not just the occasional red parry. Something about the way he's playing is very smart, but it's high risk. He's got some smart high risk play. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That combo is very easy. That's not one of the hard Elena combos. Uh-oh. That's quite deceptive. Ken can hit a button midair. Depending on when he jumps, Ken can hit on the button midair and hit on the front or hit on the back. You can like spot the difference though, but it's hard. And also he can land in front of you or behind you. That big old clap hitbox. Clap is quite good. Hugo has a lot of tools that are actually pretty good. Like a shit ton. His movement just suffers a lot. And the lack of cancelability, that's not going to get thrown. The lack of cancelability on this attack sucks too. He can't really complete a combo without EX. And he has no like cancelable medium and no cancelable heavy. If those were fixed, he would probably be like a mid or high tier character. 5-5. Kuroda's a very good Hugo player, and Hugo is a lot more explosive than Elena. A well played with parries, with Elena who's fantastic at parries and a Hugo who's fantastic at parries. I would say it probably does shift Hugo's way. Or rather, it gets better for Hugo the higher up you get. I'm not going to say it becomes Hugo's favor because that sounds really strange, because healing's really good. Elena doesn't really need meter at all in this matchup. If anything, meter's a liability. I feel like Elena players who have a bunch of meter have like a pressure to do fucking EX Mal smashes and EX Rhino Horns and dumb shit like that. EX Rhino Horn's not bad in the context of an anti-air. In any other context, it's pretty shitty. I think even if you pair EX Rhino Horn as an anti-air, it's safe. She just rockets out of the way. And if it hits, you get a juggle. And it's got a nice anti-air hitbox. He ended with like a near full bar. I would say that's alright. He probably could have spent an extra EX. By the time he needs to heal, he'd have full healing. That was an EX Rhino. All Rhino Horns are unsafe on block. Oh, hello. Look at that sweep. Both space. The taunt. Poison taunt. Ah, background house again. Elena can play without taking almost any risks at all in this matchup. Hugo has to make a hard read. He has to parry. and it's very hard to know when Elena's going to do something where you get parry into punish. Ominous, I'm making a video game, and I've started it a little bit. There's been a lot of the very preliminary work, and it's going to be a Prince of Persia clone, but more modern, a little bit more modern. I've been doing a little bit of sprite stuff, but the actual coding hasn't even started yet. I've also written a bunch of the script, I guess, of the things that are going to happen in the game. Anyway, I asked around a little bit, and I was like, told that Game Maker would be a fairly easy way to start from nothing and still make something good. So I've been kind of wiggling around in how to write things in Game Maker. But it's always suggested between that and Unity. And you wiggle around a lot in Unity, don't you? That was nice. I know how to code, but not not anything useful. I know a good amount of HTML. And also, I wiggle around in auto it a decent amount. I only use them enough to know how to do the stuff I need to do. I don't use them for, like, in my free time or anything. I know, like, the very basics of coding. The game I'm trying to emulate is very primitive. I'm sure there are a lot of different ways to do what I'm trying to do. I've already talked about this more than I meant to. What I was specifically told is that both either Game Maker or Unity would be overkill. That they're well on above what I'm trying to do. I don't know, like, I don't know. I actually have done a little bit of work on that little shitty platformer that I joked about making during the second half of the Mario 64 stream I did recently. Densetsu no Kusoge Light. I've been doing a little bit of work for that because I want to do that thing. What do you call it? When you summon the demon to fight it. I want to get all the kinks out. I want to figure out what not to do by deliberately doing all of it. The only games I know of that were made in Game Maker were Hotline Miami and Nidhogg. Seeing Nidhogg makes me think that my game would work very easily in it. I will open this for later. It's really nice. I've been working on it in my downtime. I'd really like to show everything I've made off, but also I want to keep it secret. I might do update videos eventually once I have something substantive gameplay-wise. But I want to keep the plot, which is the main thing I've been working on, relatively secret. Yeah, I actually have a friend where I asked. And, I was told, whatever has the better tutorials is the better thing for me. And I know that Unity is more ubiquitous. It looks a little harder, but it's not like I really know. That's Fujiwara, I recognize those kanji. The Hara is in a lot of names, including names like Fujiwara. That's the second one. It's pronounced Hara by itself, but Wara in some combinations.
まあでもお互い最近藤原さんが秋葉勢になって、なんかレジャラン、で多分そこの KM さんも多分秋葉系でやってると思うから。
What's going on? Oh my god, what's actually happening?
ただお互いの戦績は
What's actually happening? Oh.
まあ予想で言えば
I hope no one saw my giant dick on my desktop. I do have test 5 edit. That's for modding Skyrim. Was that there a second ago? Why did that suddenly come up? How strange. Alright, where were we?
はい。藤原さん、副将来ましたね。3人目対これ副将ですよ。あと相手はじゃあ2人しかいない。藤原さんと忍さん。
Why'd that only suddenly do that? I'm weirded out.
いやでも KM さんも結構強いな。
Shiny mode will be as soon as they make what do you call it? Third strike. I mean anniversary. 30th anniversary. It'll be fine.
一緒に対戦したことはあるかもしれないですね。ただお互いの戦績はちょっとわかんない感じですね。まあ予想
Retarded Chinese character. Is it the one for the noodles?
若干藤原さん勝ってる。
I think that is. I don't actually remember what the noodle one looks like, but it's similarly complex.
お互いの戦績はちょっとわかんない感じですね。まあ予想で言えば
My favorite Chinese kanji is this one right here. Hanzu. I think this is the word for depression, but I dare anyone to take that second kanji and blow it up, because holy shit. That walkthrough. Did anyone see my literal default Windows desktop that I have not changed since I installed this hard drive? Oh, that was cool. Good punish. He probably went for the red and missed it. Yep. No, he didn't. He didn't. Let's watch Bath Google search desktop background and then take the first result. No, I'm gonna Google search cool desktop background. One of my college roommates, his desktop background was literally porn. I've never forgotten. Who does that? Like, who actually does that? Isn't that just something kind of weird about that? It was like a really generic, it was like a blonde woman with big fake looking tits. And she was standing in front of a car and she had her arms up. And she was like, I don't think she was fully naked. I think she was just topless. She was wearing like a bikini bottom and that was it. Nice little parry to freedom. That's the parry I always go for. It's the easiest way to escape. Urian can do a lot of things to make your life hell if he knows you're going for that particular parry. But other things that he does that he wants to do will push you out of the mirror. Jump jab. So the thing about air normals in this game that a lot of people don't know, including third strike players, a lot of third strike players are like aware of it, but not on like a conscious level. If you hit the opponent with a jump light, they get thrown back just a little bit. If you hit them with a jump medium, they get thrown back a decent amount, and if you hit them with a jump heavy, they get thrown like full screen. It's the only Street Fighter that does that, I think. I think in Street Fighter 2 and 4 and 5, no matter what anti-airs you, no matter what hits you, if you get a reset, you fly a fixed distance. Is it real quiet? Is it that quiet? I usually have it quiet-ish. It doesn't look that quiet. It looks audible. Is that Tidus laughing? Is that a Tidus laughing with 20 billion fucking Tidus laughing icons? That might... okay, yeah, that's still punish. I was gonna say Ken might bump the mirror, but I figured you would get one hit. I'm gonna turn it back down. I like my game volume low as shit. Fucking love me some Tidus. Having a Final Fantasy desktop background is like... it's very year 2000. It's like 1999. Have shit like that. 2002. It's in that territory. That guy who had a Final Fantasy desktop background, and he also had a... he had that picture of Goofy hiding behind the shield as his AIM buddy icon. That guy. Oh, he missed the punish. Depending on what version of tackle that is, that can be easy or hard. But I think hard kick will always punish any tackle if you time it properly, I think. That guy who reveals you in an revives you in an MMO, and he says Phoenix down aloud as he does it. You remember that guy? Phoenix down. That was probably an unblockable. That was a hard knockdown, because the super was the last thing that hit him before he landed. Those are all unblockables. Urian is tall unless he hates fucking all unblockable bullshit. That was a punish probably. I don't know actually. That didn't look like a safe tackle, but medium kick is kind of... it's slower than heavy. I actually made my own desktop background a lot as a kid. It's very easy to make a tile desktop background in MS Paint, and I thought it looked cool, and I liked having it very personal. There's something about making something yourself that makes it better. I haven't fucked around with a screensaver in a long fucking time. The need for screensavers has mostly died, and therefore screensavers themselves have mostly died. Unblockable. Oh, it didn't kill. Back throw was a better play there. I'd say it's 2020 though. Was there? I think there was another tackle there. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, combo's over. He couldn't kill. Yeah, even accounting for the extra frame, that looks like it's not too bad. And that wasn't a light tackle anyway. I don't think. It might have been actually. It was like cancelled from a fairly close attack, I think. Masa. That's a nice fireball. I go for that trade myself quite often. It's good in this matchup. It's a good trade. I go for that trade a lot. Or I can trade his fireball with other fireballs by waiting till fireballs are close before he throws his. I wonder if that was deliberate, but it's a really cool mechanic. Or if fireball doesn't come from his body, it comes from his hand. And his hand is quite far away. So you can release your fireball after the opponent's fireball has already gone through you. Or not through you, but like past where the fireball would spawn. So you're basically forcing yourself to eat their fireball, but you also put up a fireball at a time they probably wouldn't expect. Or has a lot of cool shit like that. I mean, I've seen all of it, or not all of it, but a good amount. Has it been re-uploaded recently or something? He could have uppercutted that. If Akuma does cancel into Demon Flip against Oro can just always cancel into his. He can always just go Oniyama. He's got a good anti-air hitbox against everything Akuma can do. And Akuma can't parry it because he's doing Demon Flip. So it's quite a good option. Throw or backdash into stay medium kick is actually a mix-up. He can kill. This will kill. Stand strong. What? That was such a choke. That was beyond choke, dude. What the fuck? He did a 3-stone super. The juggle with a 5-stone super would have just killed. Oh my god. If Akuma cancels into Demon Flip. That was such a choke. I'm like mad. That was a wake up red fireball. Cute. This should kill. He did a slightly more risky option than he needed to, but it's gonna kill anyway. He did it in a way that Akuma could theoretically parry out. But he didn't. Super 2 once he's fighting Makoto. That's interesting. That's the setup I often do. Stand strong into super jump, medium kick. The distance you land is quite good. It's like inside throw range and you land slightly before them, so you're at slight frame advantage. It lets you really fuck with them. That kind of thing isn't pursued very often in this game. Mix-ups are a little bit deeper in this game in general than 50-50s because of parry complicating everything. Wow, that's the exact opposite of what Viscant used to say. But that's really how it is, I promise. Super's not bad here. You can't get an unblockable on Makoto, but he can get some pressure. Or can jump around a lot, and it's a little bit hard for Makoto to stop it. He can do walk in, stand strong to punish that. It's a good skill. I usually just do stay medium kick because it doesn't require moving. Stay medium kick is obviously a lot worse to land than stand strong though. Stand strong is always launcher. The activation ranges of both normals are radically different, which was very clearly a deliberate decision. Mostly because stand strong has very, very small range. It's big enough, baby. It's one of the best normals in the whole game. It's a serious contender for best normal in the game, to be honest. I can't think of many better ones. If there's any normal that every character wishes they had, probably the Oro's stand strong. Or jump medium kick is really good too. Oro's got good normals in general. Like the guile of this game. None of them are particularly fast. And they're also not super combo friendly, excluding the one that launches the opponent. He doesn't have a whole lot to cancel into that combos immediately either. You can cancel into uppercut, but that's almost always bad. I mean, what does it do? The strong into uppercut doesn't even combo, I don't think. Like, any light into uppercut doesn't work unless it's EX uppercut, but Oro doesn't cancel his lights anyway. I can't think of a single time I ever cancel light normals on purpose as Oro. The only thing you can go into is like EX uppercut. There's like nothing else to do. It doesn't combo into his command grab, it doesn't combo into his stomp, obviously. It doesn't combo into his fireball. He doesn't even have a cancel that combos into his fireball. Or his fireball is quite slow startup, quite good recovery. His only cancelable heavy is Crutch Fierce, and that's only into super. So your next best cancel is stand medium kick, which does not. It's not enough hits done to combo into fireball. So Oro has kind of bad combo routes apart from his launcher, which is fantastic. His normals are pretty safe. Crutch Roundhouse is technically unsafe. but you deal. Towards strong is very unsafe if it can be ducked, which it can be ducked by most characters. But it's quite good against characters who can't duck it. I'm about 80% sure that Elena bodied Rolento. It's probably like a 6-4 or maybe a 7-3. Very hard to do that after freeze parry against that kind of attack. That kind of super. Went for the red and missed it. Oh. I feel like Makoto can't combo EX from lights. I think she has to go from mediums.